Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson here with a live Facebook and YouTube weather update. I hope your Wednesday evening is going well. I've got some good news, and that is if you're a Monday through Fridayer, then you are now past the halfway point for the week, right? We've made it past hump day. And so next up, of course, we're going to be staring down that weekend weather outlook, or at least the weekend. And no matter the weather, if you're a Monday through Friday, or hopefully anyway, you have those days off. And if you don't, then I apologize for talking about it in that way. Chris, hello to you. Thanks for checking in. You see what's on the agenda here as we have some fog impacts once again for that morning commute. This is the same story that we had yesterday. Hello to you, Jen. Oh, I'll look for it. I'm so sorry. I noticed that. It popped up on my phone, actually, and so I'll have to look for that. I apologize. I did not deal with that last night or this morning, so sorry about that. Shannon, a little bit wet, just a little bit, you think? Of course, not only do we have the fog and the melting snow, we have a little bit of rain out there now, too, but that's going to be going away. But awfully damp. Hello to you, Ryan. More delays? Maybe. I think it's going to be another situation where the school superintendents are going to have to, drive the route and see how foggy it is in the morning as they prepare for the buses to hit the road. Jerry, good evening to you. Thanks for checking in. Always good to see you. Hope you stay safe on the road as well. Nancy, that's very kind. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Michelle, hello to you as well. You can see what's on the agenda here. We have a fog update. I'm going to be looking at the latest on those visibilities. Also, we'll check in with a couple of live cameras. The morning commute, I can tell you right now, is likely to be impacted similarly to what we had this morning. And that as we go through the morning, I think that fog will start to dissipate. But especially if you're driving overnight before sunrise, I think you're going to be dealing with some of the thicker fog, to be sure. Gwen, hello to you, and Jody and Portage. Gary, hey, thanks for checking in. I appreciate it very much. We're almost to about 100 in the room. So once we get to that point, we'll just sort of head off down the road. Looks like we just went over. Ben, sad to see the snow melt. Yeah, for sure. Now we have mud, right? At least the snow was covering up the mud. But thanks for checking in, Ben. I appreciate it. Amber in Hudsonville, thank you for the thanks. And Keith and Melissa, thank you so much. I will be, and I hope you're safe as well. Ron, hello. Joyce, hello. And Riyadh, hello to you in Kalamazoo. Thanks for being here. All right, let's go right to it here. I am tracking some more rain. I'll tell you when that's going to be coming up in just a bit. First, let's talk bus stop forecast. For Thursday, for tomorrow, we're looking at dense fog in the morning with rain likely in the afternoon. And here's some more good news. Temperatures are going to be above freezing for the most part. There might be one or two stations that get right at freezing, but I just don't think that we're going to have additional icing due to temperatures. I think they're going to stay above freezing. Heading home, it should just be cloudy skies there. I don't think there'll be a chilly rain. I'll show you in the hour by hour coming up in just a little bit, but 39 degrees. All right, let's check in with a couple of those live cameras. And I'm going to squeeze myself back so we can get a better view of what's going on there. This is Coldwater, thanks to the city of Coldwater. This is the Willowbrook Tower camera live here. And this is looking out over I-69. And as you can see, the fog is pretty thick. You can see the trucks and the cars, not on the bottom of your screen. That's on a service road. It's in the headlights or the tail lights that you might see up above that in the middle of the screen. I don't see anybody going by right now, but there will be soon. And then you'll be able to tell. There you can see a car that's coming on the left side of the screen. And that is actually a car that is making its way down I-69. And so that would be actually traveling. Well, it looks like they got off on the exit. Okay, wouldn't you know it? But lights that are heading that way are actually moving north. And the lights on the other side, tail lights, would be moving south down the interstate. Mario, hello to you in Wyoming, Michigan. Good distinction there to make sure of that. Greg says, more rain. Let's melt it all, right? Let's melt it all. All right, that's Coldwater. Now let's see what it looks like in Holland. Hello, Holland, Windmill Island Alive. And, of course, the iconic DeSwan windmill there. And foggy here, too. It sort of looks a little eerie with that floodlight there on the other side of the windmill. And, of course, that fog giving some eerie shadows, casting some eerie shadows and having some fun with the light there. So that's Holland. So we showed you Coldwater, showed you Holland. It's a similar story area-wide. In fact, here's the visibility. And we were just looking live at Coldwater, and yeah, that about makes sense, right? With what we just saw on that live camera there, looking out over I-69, that visibility is down to a half mile. It's a half mile in Sturgis, or Three Rivers rather, less than a mile in Sturgis and Charlotte. So that's where right now the visibilities are the lowest. Benton Harbor at 0.8 of a mile or 0.75 of a mile as well. Mike, happy hump day to you too. Thanks very much. Laura, hello to you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it from BC. Mike, holding down the east side of the state. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you being here, Mike, from over in Wyandotte. Thank you so much. Move the fog. Jeff, a little bit foggy in Ceresco too. Carla, glad to get rid of the snow in West Portage. Well, that snow is going away, that's for sure. But there you can see the visibility numbers. Here's the latest on that dense fog advisory. Goes through 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Remember, last night it was going through 11 o'clock this morning. Well, to be honest with you, I do think that we might even have the situation set up for a similar story coming in here on Friday morning. I wouldn't count it out. I'll just say that I wouldn't count it out. Thank you very much, Mike. That's very kind. I appreciate it. Linda, hello to you in Montville. Thanks, Joanne. Hello to you. Glad we get a break from the ice. Mike, hearing possible snow here this weekend. Maybe a little bit of a better chance, I think, over on your corner there of the mitten than over here in West Michigan. I think there's going to be a little system, not much to it, but I do see maybe a little bit of light snow or maybe a light wintry mix Sunday morning up as far north as maybe I-94. I think that's what you're looking at as well. But I don't think it's going to be really of much consequence there. But good. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate it. Rose, represent our Big Sky Bureau in Billings. 50 degrees. You're having a heat wave. We could do with some 50 here. I guess that would melt that snow pretty fast. Although I will say this, we do have above average temperatures, Rose. We're not that warm, but we are warmer than average, and that's what's causing that snow melt. By the way, our typical high this time of year is 31. It's about as cold as it gets as far as the climatological average is concerned. So even though we're talking about 39 and 40, that's not warm, mind you, Rose, as you know, but it is warmer than average, but not what you've got there in Billings with your heat wave at 50. Thanks for checking in, Rose. I really do appreciate hearing from you there in Big Sky Country. Darcy, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I'm glad those captions are working out too. Amber and Martin. Melinda, Owasso and Lansing, very foggy. Yeah, I can see that in the middle of the state there, in the middle of the state. Despite all of that wind going around the Capitol there, right? I'm talking about all of the politicians there, okay? Bad effort at a joke there. You're very welcome, Phyllis, and I'm glad that you're paying attention to them too. Lorelei, hello to you in Coldwater. And snow needs a way to stay for Saturday. Hey, have we had the Ice Festival yet in South Haven? I should know that. Crystal, hello in Grand Junction, in the house, Van Buren County. Happy hump day to you too. Karen, headed to work soon. Main roads are getting foggy, okay? The roads, I think, especially the main roads, the roads are fine, especially the main roads. Side roads, we still got a lot of packed snow and ice. Main roads, okay. Visibility, that's the problem. It's going to be limited there. So Karen, please give yourself some extra time. And I always say this, especially when we're driving in trying conditions, right? And that is, don't drive angry. Don't drive frustrated. Don't be looking at your watch. Just take your time and get to your destination safely. I know, easier said than done. And I'm the worst at following that advice, my own advice there. Lorelei, thanks for the note there. Very foggy in Coldwater. We just checked in with that tower camera there looking over I-69 and confirmed it. Down to a half-mile visibility being reported at the airport there in Coldwater right now. Crystal in Kalamazoo, hello. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Winter Festival going on, Mike, in GR. Yeah, until April. I believe meteorologist Colin Rogers is going up there, I believe, next Tuesday or Wednesday to do something with that. Assyria Township in the house. Sarah, thanks very much. All right, let's get past that dense fog advisory. Let's talk rain. We still have a little of it, though not as much as we had a couple of hours ago. And these showers are going to continue to dissipate as we work our way through the night. Foggy and Pearson. Hey, thanks for that report, Senator Joe. I appreciate that. And Sue, good evening to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll look for those reports, Mike. There's the live Doppler radar. We're going to zoom out to show you the system that brought us the showers moving on. But we're still in that warmer than average air mass. We're still in that situation that is really conducive for some areas of dense fog. So here's the temperatures right now. We're well above freezing. This is good news. 34 to 37 degrees. Kalamazoo, Battle Creek at 37. Coldwater at 37. Sturgis at 37 with the dense fog. I don't think that we're going to go below about 30, 34, 33 degrees. So we should maintain above freezing, and that's good news. I was thinking about that earlier this evening as I walked out to my car in the parking lot. And though most of it's water, I still had to sort of navigate with some snowy and icy spots. And I was just thinking, boy, can you imagine right now if those temperatures were to take a nosedive into the mid to upper 20s, what an ice rink we would have out there? So that's good news. Always looking for something positive, right, in the weather. Let's talk hour by hour. Currently, again, just a few sprinkles. What we have out there is very light. And it's going to continue. The trend is for it to be going away. And that's what you see at midnight. Now, overnight, notice we stay cloudy. We will have that dense fog. Very foggy. Thanks very much for that report from Pearson. Shinisto, I appreciate it. Very foggy. The deer are moving in Montcalm County. Ooh, be very careful. You're right. Especially on those rural roads, not only for the deer, but any other kind of wildlife that might be out there, even something as simple as a rabbit or a raccoon or something that might cause you, some kind of interruption in your driving. And remember, on those side roads too, they may not be treated, and so they could still be slick. Shinizo, thank you, and I hope I'm pronouncing that name, your name correctly. But thank you so much for that report. All right, I stopped hour by hour at 8:15 in the morning. No, we'll likely have fog, but I don't think we're going to have precipitation in the form of rain like we had this morning and this afternoon. Run the clock all the way to 5 o'clock. Pretty quiet day, actually, tomorrow. A pretty quiet day. Remember that advisory goes until 11 a.m. Pam, hello to you in BC. And John in Manistee, 34, no rain there. Interesting that you missed out on all of that. Good. I'm glad that I got your name pronounced right there. Awesome. Thank you very much there for the confirmation on that as well. 5 o'clock, we're still looking okay. So again, tomorrow, very quiet. We're going to have that fog, especially in the morning. And I wouldn't be surprised if we keep the fog going even into the afternoon. We need a different weather pattern to come in here and give the boot to what we have going on here. And we need a little bit of wind too. And I can tell you tomorrow, the wind is going to be fairly quiet. So I could see that even if it's not as widespread and dense in the afternoon, I could see where we could still have some patchy fog out there. Windy in Battle Creek, thanks. Linda Ford, Deer Pass in front of you on Sunset Boulevard in Union this evening. Be very careful out there for sure. Now, let's work our way from tomorrow afternoon to tomorrow night. Uh-oh, look at this. Tomorrow night when we're doing Facebook Live, I'm going to be tracking rain. Now, I want you to notice our temperatures are staying well above freezing, 35, 39 degrees in that range. And so tomorrow, even as the rain moves in, we're talking all liquid here, no ice, but it is going to be a soaker. This is Thursday night and even into Friday morning. So whereas the bus stop tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, we're looking at fog, dense at times in the morning with about 33, 34 degrees. And then in the afternoon, we're looking at just cloudy skies and 39. But Thursday night, tomorrow night, rain moves in, and I do think it's going to be sticking around for the morning commute on Friday. But our temperatures will remain above freezing. And that might be enough. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see enough changes in the atmosphere there to where fog will not be as much of an issue. We'll wait and see. That's still a day and a half away. But something to think about there. It will be wet, though. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, and Friday morning, it is going to be wet. Sharon, kind of thick in Hamilton. Thanks very much for that report there. And, of course, I'm going to say go Hawkeyes, right? Jeanette, checking in from Coldwater. Hard to see there in Coldwater. Visibility at a half mile right now. Ashley, we do need some sunshine. We are in, we'll call it permacloud purgatory, because we are in the midst of several straight days. Right now, I don't know. We might see some Monday or Wednesday. Those are our best chances. And right now, they don't look too impressive. Ryan, that's about all we're left with the snow melting, right? Everybody wanted the snow gone, and now we just have rain and mud. No flooding yet, Gary, with all that rain. No flooding yet. But we could have a soaker in here tomorrow night and Friday morning, and that, combined with some melting snow, could give us some localized flooding. We're on alert for it, and we'll keep you alert to that as well. Pam, yep, some would say you're right, much better than snow and ice. Others would not. I'm not going to get involved there. Mr. Grand Rapids is in the house. I love it. Thanks for gracing us with your presence there, Mr. GR. And I like what you have to say there. Be careful, West Michigan. Ashley checking in from Jackson. Sharon says, go Hawkeyes and go Lions. William, hello to you. Want the snow back? Well, I got to tell you, William, let's check. That's a great stepping off point to see like what's coming down the pike. And while we do that, you see that the rain from Friday morning, which will be here for the morning commute, by the way, again, Thursday night, tomorrow night, it's a soaker. It'll come after your afternoon commute. Your afternoon commute will be okay. And maybe even walking Fido in the early evening hours will be okay. But by late tomorrow night, well, really about 24 hours from now, I think that's when we're really going to start to see that rain moving in. Could be heavy at times with some localized flooding, and that'll take us all the way into Friday morning. I still think we'll have a little bit of rain there. Ashley, come on, you know the dogs love the mud, but of course, I don't either. I wouldn't like that either. Let's talk about any kind of changes to the pattern. You know, we're not really going to see a lot of rain going forward all the way into the weekend, I think, but it will be getting a little bit colder. But still, nothing that's too dramatic or traumatic coming up. Needs to heat up in Florida, heading there on the 9th. You got some time. I'm sure it will. You know, I have two sisters down there, and one actually sent a text this morning at the beach and 75 degrees with blue sky. Okay, that's okay. I'll get my comeuppance some late June day when it's 95 down there with a heat index of 99, and we're walking around in khaki pants and t-shirt, or not t-shirts, but polo shirts. Delton in the house. Karen, thanks for checking in. Barb Colin, hello to you. Gonna need a boat. That's right. With all that water that's out there right now. Ashley, yeah, they're already back up in the 80s. The sister who's texting me is from the Daytona area there. So, you know, if you go farther south, down Melbourne south, all the way down to the Miami area, let's say, and certainly if you go Orlando, Tampa south, Fort Myers, then certainly much, much warmer. All right, here's the 7-day outlook. I'll give you a quick look at this. Again, tomorrow, I think will be foggy in the morning. I think we're just going to be cloudy with patchy fog in the afternoon, but no rain. But tomorrow night, by this time, we're going to be tracking rain. It's going to be hanging around, I think, through Friday morning. So the Friday morning commute, the tomorrow evening commute, tomorrow morning commute, fog. Tomorrow evening shouldn't be impacted by weather. Friday morning, I think we'll still be dealing with a little bit of rain. Notice, though, our temperatures are above freezing for Thursday and Friday. So I don't think we're going to have any problem with any kind of ice. A bit of a break Saturday with clouds, some morning light snow. Mike, that's what you were talking about there, maybe getting clipped by something there. I think it'll be I-94 South, but I think it's going to be very light. And then next week, we could see a little bit of snow on Tuesday, but nothing really looks impressive. And right now, I think the best chance that we have of seeing any sun is going to hold off until next Monday. I wish I had better news for you on that. Do I think we're going to have a hot summer? Mike, not really. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. You know, we're probably going to be under the influence of an El Nino still. But you know what? I'll check in on that. Good question. Mid-February, will we have one more Arctic blast? Asks Mr. Grand Rapids. We will get to that too. Let's see. Hold on. Shenandoah, I have 5 Dobermans and a Doodleman, and they hate the rain. They won't go outside. Oh, they're not liking this weather. That's for sure. Let's see. Is it Delane? Hello to you. Thanks for checking in. Ryan, is spring coming eventually? It's got to get here. Foggy and Marshall. Corrine, thanks for that report. Let me answer the question here real quick. What are we looking at further down the road? Any more Arctic blasts coming? I'm going to look at about 14, 15 days here. I'm going to oil paper stick together some. There we go. No. Right now, Mr. Grand Rapids, well, this only takes me through the first week of February. So by mid-February, we could have another pattern shift. I don't think we're done with Arctic air. I can tell you that. I mean, come on, it's late January. So I don't think we're done with the Arctic area yet. But I would tell you this, all the way through the first week of February, the way it looks right now, remember, that can change, especially once we go out past 7 days. Things can change like that from one day to the next. But right now, through the first week of February, no more Arctic blasts. Not yet, anyway. I had somebody plowing my driveway earlier today, and they were saying, hey, I need to do some work on the plow. Need to take it off for a bit. Am I going to be needing this for the next several days? And the answer is no, not at all. You can. This is a good time if you want to work on. If you're plowing for profit, this would be a good time to work on those. Laura, foggy in Centerville, heart of St. Joe County. Welcome to the county seat there. Thanks, Laura. Evan, what's the drive going to be like from Otsego to Augusta tomorrow? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Just foggy. Probably very much like it was today, with just a lot of fog. and I appreciate the compliment. I'm going to skate on out of here, everybody. I know this is, well, we're at 20 minutes, so it's not really a shorty, but by my standards, I guess. I need to shorten these up. That's what I'm told anyway. But it's really the same story that we had yesterday. No big changes going forward. Can we just skip all of this and just jump into spring? Well, Pam, if we could, we would do it all the time. And we would lose our appreciation for the character building that we get in a West Michigan winter. Thanks for the thanks, Mike. Let's see. And what else? Did I miss somebody else? I think we're good. You're right. Only in Michigan do we have 4 seasons in 1 week. It does seem that way, right? Thanks to you, Mr. Grand Rapids, for being here. I appreciate it very much. Groundhog better not see a shadow. Oh, Ashley, don't get me going on the groundhog. Okay? Don't get me going on the groundhog or the almanac. Okay? But it does make for some fun for the folks in Punxsutawney. And so that's going to be coming up. Hey, too soon. Look, a week from today is the last day of January. Janet, thanks for the thanks. I appreciate it. All right, everybody, I'm going to get on out of here now. Thanks again for being in the room. I appreciate it very much. Jennifer, thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you come back tomorrow night as well. I'm going to be live at 10 on ARC West Michigan, live at 11 on News Channel 3. Thank you so much, Shinnis Joe. I appreciate that. So I hope you can catch me in one of those 2 spots on the air. Jeff Porter, bright and early tomorrow morning, 4:30 to 9 with live weather updates. He's got you again at noon, and I'll pick you back up at 5:30, and 6 tomorrow. And then we'll do another Facebook Live where I'm tracking rain tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, not tomorrow in the morning. It's going to be fog. Tomorrow afternoon, maybe some patchy fog, but otherwise, not a bad commute in the afternoon and early evening. Tomorrow night at this time, I'm tracking rain that will linger into Friday morning. So that's what we're sort of looking at there on the 7-day forecast. Jennifer, thanks for that. Miss camping weather, Ashley. Oh, we got, 5 more months and we'll be in it? 5 more months? Tim, thanks for that report. Foggy rain. Appreciate that report. Ron, good night to you. And Paige, hello to you. Thanks for checking in. What else? Don't forget our weather app. It's free. Download it on your device, and it's easy to use. And like I said, I don't know if you heard me, it's free. So if you don't like it, you can get rid of it. Don't forget our news app and, of course, our website, wwmt.com/weather. All right, everybody, we've made it past hump day. Thursday. I don't know about you, but I always like Thursday because it's the day before Friday, and we're happy on Friday, right? So we've made it to that point. Congrats. Now, let's get some good rest. Please give yourself some time in the morning. Remember, you're likely to encounter some dense fog, low beam headlights, and take your time. Be extra cautious. Candy, you're very welcome. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Ashley, too long to wait. Well, you'll definitely appreciate it when it gets here. All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining in. I appreciate it so much. If I don't catch you tonight on the tube, I'll catch up with you tomorrow evening, 5:30, and 6. Or we'll do another Facebook Live right back here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Michelle, thank you for the thanks. And good night, everybody.